Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you guys how to peel off the fondant off of your cake. So in case you have a fondant cake, and you're trying to peel off the fondant, maybe you don't want your children to eat it, or like in my case, you are trying to peel off the fondant to convert it to another design for some reason. Yeah, this is the video for you. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that and do it properly, so that you don't spoil your cake, or so you don't peel more than the fondant actually. So the first thing you do is to remove every accessory on the cake. The first thing I did was to remove my topper, and then remove all the ribbons I put around the cake. And then before you try to peel off the fondant, you have to make sure your fondant is solid. Yeah, which means if it is not already solid, you should put it in the freezer for maybe around 30 minutes. That way it firms up really well, and then you can easily peel it off just like I'm doing right now. And then the second step is for you to get a sharp knife. Yes, you have to use a sharp knife for this. You can't use a blunt knife, because what you want to do is to cut off just the fondant. You don't want to touch. In my case, I'm trying to convert this cake to another design. Yeah, so I don't want to cut it like badly or half-assedly. I want to cut it really well, so like I can put some more ganache around it and then cover it with another color of fondant for my required design. So what I'm doing right now is peeling off the fondant with a sharp knife. And if you notice what I'm doing, I am peeling off the fondant like at an angle. I'm not peeling it like from top to down. Top to down would have been easier, but that way you can control what you cut off, and you want to be able to control what you cut off, because you don't want to like dip the knife into your cake or make like really exaggerated holes, if you guys understand me. So let me just show you guys a little bit. The reason why I'm changing the design of this cake to another one is because, so initially I made this cake for a customer. I made it for a baby. A baby was supposed to be I don't know, a couple of years old, and she ordered a cake and stuff, and I did what she said I should do. And then when I showed her the picture, she had some complaints and stuff, so I fixed it. And then I sent her the picture again, and she had some more complaints, and then I fixed it again. And then it wasn't about the complaints, it was about the fact that she was rude to me. She was just being unnecessarily rude. And at the beginning of this year, yes, I made up my mind that like the fact that you're paying for my services doesn't give you the right to speak to me anyhow. Yeah, I've usually been like in situations where like people speak to me anyhow, like they would just say the worst things to you, just because I don't know, just because they feel like they paid for your services and then they can say anything. So when they say usually the worst things, I'll like, sometimes I can't stomach it. Like I'll go home and like I'll be really sad. Sometimes I'll cry and stuff. But at the beginning of this year, I made up my mind that the fact that you're paying doesn't mean you get to say shit. Yeah, so if I make you a cake and like you are rude to me for some reason, maybe you're not satisfied. Yeah, if my customers are not satisfied, usually I will like ask, okay, what is the problem, and then I'll try to fix it, and then send you a picture again. And then if you're not still satisfied, what is the problem, and still I'll fix it. But we can do that while being civil to each other, without you being degrading or saying demeaning words to me just because you paid for my services. The fact that you paid for my services doesn't give you the right to talk to me anyhow. You paid for my services, yeah? You didn't pay for my self-respect. So she was rude to me, and I decided, okay, I'm going to keep my cake, yeah, and I'm going to send her money back. So that was what I did. I kept my cake and I sent her money back. So this particular cake, I was trying to convert it to a different design. Yes, that was how I found myself in this situation. I've actually never had to peel fondant off of a cake, except maybe like at occasions where like maybe I attended a party and I made a cake, and then like they don't want the fondant on the cake. They like the decorations, but they just want to eat just the cake. So okay, so what we're going to do, if you notice what I'm doing, I peeled it diagonally, so this way it makes it very easy for you. And you have to take your time. You can't peel it in a hurry, because if you're trying to peel it in a hurry, you peel more than what you are supposed to peel. Don't know how to explain it. If you've ever peeled yam, yes, that's how you peel this. You can't just try to like peel off the fondant with your fingers. You have to use a knife. Yeah, just like you can't just peel yam with your fingers. I kind of over dipped into the cake at this point, but it will be fine, because we're going to cover it again with another layer of fondant after doing that, and that's what I'm about to do right now. At this point, okay, I covered it at first in a pink ganache because it was for a girl and I wanted it to be girly, even though I was going to cover the cake in a green fondant and stuff. I wanted them to cut into it and see like there's pink inside, you know, to trip the baby. So I'm actually very intentional with my cakes, and I do them to please. Like when you order a cake from me, I'm basically trying to impress you. So sometimes I do even more than you paid for, because I want you to be satisfied. I want you to like what I did for you. Yeah. Okay, so right now we're trying to cover the cake in, because this cake I'm trying to convert it for another customer that wanted the same flavor on the same day. So I wasn't that lost in any way. It just wasted more of my time. So now I'm covering it in ganache. If you want my ganache recipe, my white chocolate ganache recipe, I'm going to put the link right up here. It says click on me. Yes, click on that. It's amazing, and it will give you like the perfect base for your fondant cakes. Like you get the perfect sharp edges every time. So you can also peel off the fondant on a buttercream cake. If maybe you crumb coated your cake with buttercream, you can do that as well. Just make sure you freeze it first, like I said in the beginning of this video. So the reason why I'm covering this in ganache is to fill up those holes that I poked with my knife, those like irregular potholes around the cake. That's what I'm trying to do. So when I cover it with my new layer of fondant, like it won't have like bumps and keloids. Okay guys, sorry, that was gross. I didn't mean bumps and keloids. I mean like it won't have like bumps and potholes. Yes, so that's what I'm doing right now. So then all you have to do is like scrape off your excess ganache, and then smoothing all around your cake, and then cover it in the desired fondant color you want, and decorate your cake all over again. It's not difficult at all. Yeah. And if you have a business and people talk to you anyhow, don't allow that. I allowed it for so long, so long, really. And it did a lot to my mind. Like there's a way, and Nigerians are actually very fond of that. There's a way they talk to you when they feel like they've paid for a service. Like, I don't know, you paid for a service, you're actually not doing me a favor. We are both doing each other favors. You want what I offer and I want your money. It goes like it is not really difficult to understand, but some people feel like the fact that they paid you to do something means like they can be rude to you. You can express your displeasure or your dissatisfaction with something without being rude to me, without being mean to me. Even if I was a housemaid for you and I do something you don't want, or like I didn't do something to your satisfaction, if you are rude to me, I should be able to remove myself from that situation without feeling bad because you're paying. Yeah, because I'm offering a service and you're offering me money. Like nobody is doing anybody a favor here. Yeah, customer is king. Your customer is always right. If you insult me, I can decide to not render my services to you. It is that simple. Yeah. And I understand my my privilege. Yes, it's a privilege actually. I understand my privilege. Not everybody has the choice to be able to say, okay, fuck you, keep your money. Yeah, but I have the choice to, so I can and I will. So thank you guys for watching, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, could you please click on subscribe right now and like this video. Actually like this video. Thank you, and I'll see you in my next tutorial. Thank you guys.